What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Juggernaut097 bringing you guys another prediction video. And yesterday, just last night, I did my predictions for Impact Wrestling's No Surrender, which is going to be live tonight. And tomorrow night on the WWE Network, we got another show, which is NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Tomorrow night is, and tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so they're kind of making a spin-off. This is NXT's, what were they saying? This is NXT's alternate to Valentine's Day, basically. There's some people out there that just don't have a significant other, I'm not going to say any names, but, what else is there better to do than watch some wrestling on Valentine's Day when you don't have anybody else? Seriously. But I think this show looks pretty good. I've never seen really a bad NXT show. And the last NXT show takeover we had was back in December, which it was War Games, which I enjoyed that a lot. And I think this is going to be pretty good. There's only like 4 or 5 matches on here. Not very many. You got the Dusty Cup matches, the finals for both men's and women's matches. You got a North American Championship match on here. Johnny Gargano's defended the title against Kushida. And then what else we got in here? We got a Women's Championship match in Triple Threat. We got Shirai, Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez on here. That looks pretty good. And then, of course, in the main event, we got the NXT champion, Finn Balor, is going to be defending against Pete Dunne. So this looks like a pretty solid show. And like I said, I really haven't ever seen a bad NXT takeover. Even though, AEW's been basically winning with all the AEW's been winning against NXT and all the ratings. I still enjoy NXT on a weekly basis, even though I do watch AEW first. I still try to keep up with NXT. Even though there's sometimes it does seem like it's lacking. But that's with every wrestling company right now, like with this whole pandemic and stuff. And there's just so much other stuff coming up, in these next few weeks. So next Sunday after this, we got Elimination Chamber. And then we got some New Japan stuff coming up. We just finished up New Japan New Beginning for it was on the 10th and the 11th, which those were some pretty good shows. I try to stay with New Japan also, but it's hard for me to watch every single New Japan show. And eventually I want to start reviewing some New Japan shows on here. It's just, like I said, it's just really hard to watch every single show. I might just review if I want to come on here and talk about a match or so, I will talk about some New Japan. I probably will talk about New Japan New Beginning for USA with Kenta versus John Moxley. I'll probably talk about that show. Maybe do some predictions for it. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, there's just so much stuff in wrestling right now. It's awesome. Like these next few months, February, March, April, till WrestleMania. It's going to be fun. But enough wasting any time, and let's go ahead and get started with these predictions. So, the first match we are going to be talking about is the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals for the men's. We got MSK versus the Grizzled Young Ventures. And if you guys don't know who MSK is, or who are these guys? Well, these guys are formerly from Impact Wrestling. They were in the Rascals with Trey Miguel and the black dude, or whatever. His name was Dez over there, and that's Zachary Wentz with the long hair and with all the tattoos on his chest. That's Zachary Wentz. And they were in Impact Wrestling, which Trey Miguel has just went back to Impact Wrestling also, which I'm happy he's working somewhere. It sucks that he didn't get signed with WWE, but it's all right, though. I'm happy he went back to Impact. And then they're going to be, like I said, they're going to be facing the Grizzled Young Veterans, GYV, which the Grizzled Young Veterans are Zach Gibson and James Drake, which, they have a really strong following over there, and they're mainly more known in the UK, in NXT UK, which something I really don't understand is why they don't defend like that the NXT UK championship over here. They don't defend the tag team titles like on the regular show. Like they should just combine both the shows together instead of just having two separate shows. Because I usually forget about watching NXT UK because there's just so much wrestling on. This is crazy, and I just like, well, if there's nothing that looks interesting, I just never really check it out. So they should just combine both NXT US and UK together. But as regards to this match, I think that MSK is definitely going to win here. MSK is definitely going to win here. But as regards to this match, like I said, I'm going to go with MSK win because they just recently debuted here on NXT, and they just been. I feel like Triple H is just going to push them to the moon, and they look like I was a big fan of them over in Impact, so I definitely think that MSK is definitely going to win here, though. They're going to beat the Grizzled Young Veterans. And then the next match we have is the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. We got Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart versus Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. I'm going to go with probably the heels to win here because I'm going with the faces to win in the first match. I'm going with MSK to win. Nash Carter and Wesley. So I'm definitely going to go with the heels to win here because it's just right. And I feel like they can shoot Raquel Gonzalez to the moon. Like they can have her. I think that she's eventually going to win the Women's Championship. I think that she should take that title off of Io Shirai. She's already pinned Io Shirai, back in that War Games match. And, she's beaten Rhea Ripley also. So I feel like that's a smart decision to take it off of, Raquel Gonzalez to take the title off of Io Shirai. But no, I'm going to go with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai to become the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Cup winners here for the women's. But yeah. And not much else to talk about that match. And the next match we have is the NXT North American Championship match. Johnny Gargano versus Kushida. This past week on NXT, we had... Johnny Gargano, he's just been trying to avoid Kushida as much as possible. And, you can't say the name. You can't say the K name. If you say, it's bad luck, it's going to be bad luck. And it's funny how, like, when these women are interviewing him and they're like, you stupid, like, why did you say that name? Like, you can't say that. It's so funny. Especially, it was last week where that, like, it wasn't Mackenzie Mitchell. It was this other chick. But, like, she was like, yeah, we're going to go talk to Women Regal. We're going to get fired. It was funny as heck. But, this week we had Kushida versus, Austin Theory. And, of course, that whole stuff happened where it was a DQ finish. Kushida won the match. But after the match, we kind of saw Kushida get the upper hand on Johnny Gargano. And, what's his name here? Oh, I'm trying to think of his name now. He's Dexter Lumis. I don't know why I forgot his name for a minute. But yeah, Dexter Lumis, was kind of helping out Kushida. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Kushida Dexter Lumis get involved in this match. But I'm going to go with Johnny Gargano to retain the title here. I just think it's too early to take the title off him. Maybe he has a match with Dexter Lumis and Dexter Lumis takes the title. But, yeah, Johnny Gargano is going to retain the championship here, his North American Championship. And then in the next match we have is the NXT Women's Championship match. We got Io Shirai is defending the title against Toni Storm versus Mercedes Martinez in a triple threat match. This is going to be fun. I'm a big fan of, like, multi matches. like with multiple people in them. But I think that Io Shirai is going to retain here. Like I said earlier in the predictions, excuse me. I think that Raquel Gonzalez is going to be the person to take the title off her. I mean, no disrespect to Toni Storm, but I just don't think Toni Storm needs the title right now. And I think it's a little too early for Mercedes Martinez to get the title, even though she does look dominant. She does look really good. But it's just not her time right now to get the title. So I'm going to say Io Shirai retains. And it feels like she's had that title forever. I mean, she won it back at NXT TakeOver in Your House. But it seems like she had that title forever. Like, that's crazy. Which NXT TakeOver in Your House was back in May. Yeah, so she's had that for a while now. It's been about a year. But yeah, Io Shirai is going to retain. And then in the main event, we got the NXT Championship match. We got Finn Balor defending the title against Pete Dunne. Finn Balor is going to retain here. There's like no doubt about that. And it's interesting all the stuff that we got happening, with Edge coming down to NXT saying that he's going to be watching this match very closely. And also Karrion Kross is going to be watching this, I feel like that Karrion Kross is going to be the next contender. And maybe Karrion Kross is the most logical person to take the title off of Finn Balor. And we kind of saw a confrontation between Karrion Kross and Edge. So that could be, if Karrion Kross does end up winning the championship back before Mania, we could have Karrion Kross versus Edge. But I feel like Edge is just teasing, because I'm going to keep a close eye. But I don't think he's actually going to go for the NXT championship. But I wouldn't be surprised because Charlotte, she went for the NXT championship last year. The NXT Women's Championship, of course, not the men's. So, it's not out of the possibility that could happen. But I wouldn't see why it would, though. But no, Finn Balor is going to retain here. And maybe Oney Lorcan and his partner, I could see them getting involved maybe. But I hope not. But I'm going to have Finn Balor win here. And yeah, that was my NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day predictions. Probably tonight I'm going to be doing a review for No Surrenders. I'm probably doing that live. Me and DJ will probably be doing that from the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast, so stay tuned for that. And then Sunday night we'll probably have a review up for NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. And of course, we got some more wrestling to cover. Maybe I might do some retro reviews. Maybe next week for Elimination Chamber. Because I might review some old Chamber pay-per-views maybe on my channel here. Because I haven't did that in a while. And I was planning on doing some Rumble, retro reviews. But I never got around to doing that. I just got really busy. But yeah, this was Juggernauts, catch you guys in the next video. I don't really know what else to say. Go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter at TheTrueJazzB. Instagram. All my social media will be down below in the description. So peace out, Juggernauts, and peace out.